Hello, this is Patrick. Welcome to Chart Built Wealth, profitable investing with technical analysis. I wanted to run through the current buy recommendations. Things are holding up very well. Let's get into it. S&P 500. So went bearish back in January, on January 15th, covered that short position in on March 11th. And then went bearish again here on the 24th, earlier this week. So I'm expecting a retest of this low. We'll see how that goes. If we start to see positive divergences, if it gets there, then I will be turning tail and looking for things to buy. But right now, I still think the trend is down, and we'll see what happens there. So far, so good. I have about 10% of my portfolio short the S&P 500. So I just want to tell you that I'm not bearish on everything. I'm bearish on the overall index. So that is that. The newest buy recommendation, Chevron. And here you can see we had a 2.5 year symmetrical triangle here. A nice big pattern after a big up move. So this is a sign of strength. It consolidated sideways. So we got the breakout. We went a little bit higher. We're pulling back today a little bit. I think this is a weekly chart. So each one of these bars represents a week. I think we're down about 1% today, giving us a buying opportunity. So what am I doing today? I buy on red. When something's down, I buy. So I'm adding to my Chevron position today. My stop is down at 147. The potential upside here is approximately 30%. So that's a big move. And the point and figure chart is confirming that. Crude oil went bullish back on March 8th, a very big contrarian call. This is a huge consolidation going back 2.5 years. And this is a support line of the triangle. This is a descending triangle with a descending resistance line and a flat support line. So our stop is down at 65, and it was I think a pretty good place to buy. But all this is just noise until it can break out north of, let's say, 75. We're in this consolidation. So why I have a long position, why I purchased that, it's not massive. If we get above 75, I'll be, again, I'm going to do my thing. Every day it's up. Like today, I'm selling. Today it's up, I don't know, maybe 1%. It was earlier. So what am I doing? I sell a couple, sell a little bit. No, it's up about 0.5%. So I sell a little bit today. When it's down, I buy more than I sold. And that's the way I build my position and keep lowering my cost basis. My stop is down at 65. Antero Resources. This is more of a natural gas play. And again, we got this is symmetrical triangle with a rising support line and a descending resistance line, which it broke out of. It retested. We bought, and it looks good. It's having a down week actually. Today it's down. I think it's down like 2% today. So what am I doing? I'm adding to Antero Resources. So we got a buy stop down at 32. Saudi Arabia, this has had a lot of hair on it since we went long. Purchased the breakout, went back down. Again, we got a symmetrical triangle here. We had the breakout, a big upside price projection, arrived at by measuring the base of the triangle and projecting that distance upward. You come up with 54, which is about 30% upside. It then declined. This was my initial stop down at 39, and I've raised it today to 39.5. This is a weekly chart. So tomorrow's Friday. If it can close around where it's at or higher, that'd be very bullish with a weekly close and this bar having a breakout of this big pattern. It would be very bullish, but we'll see what happens tomorrow. There's a PCE number, which is an inflation gauge. So, that's going to probably affect oil prices. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. But so far, so good. The rare earth and strategic metals ETF, REMX. This is a small pattern. This is only a few months, 4 or 5 months. Inverse head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, neckline, broke out, broke out in a big way. Went up, went up, went up. I was telling you on the call, sell, sell, sell part of your position on each of these big up days. And now we're getting a retracement, which is normal. And so what does that do? It gives us a chance to buy. So I'm buying, I buy a few shares here, buy a few shares here, buy a few shares here, buy a few shares here. And if it can, price projection on the small pattern is 47.5. And if it gets anywhere above where it was at 44.50, it will break out of a larger pattern, which will give us even a higher price projection. So I don't know. This one kind of makes sense, which is probably why it'll go wrong. Because one thing I've learned over the years is that the markets are not rational; they're driven by human emotion. But rare earth strategic metals is what all the tariffs and the nationalism going on, that people are going to be fighting for natural resources, and this is a good way to play that. So anyway, I just look at this chart; it looks good. And we got our buy stop down at 40, so we'll see what happens. Sure, a lot of this particular holding will depend on the overall market. China looks fine. It had a down week last week and then sold off this week, and now it's ended up flat on the week. So it's showing some strength. I got my stop. I've moved that gradually up. You can see from here to here to here to 34. Uh, you know, this is getting late in the game. So, do we have a negative divergence here as we hit higher highs? Do we have a negative divergence, or is this not done yet? And will it go higher? So, what do we do on updates? We sell. Like today, it's up. China is up 1.35%. I sell some. That's what I do. So that's China. Still looking good. I wouldn't, if I didn't own China, I wouldn't be buying it now. But if hopefully you bought it back here when I did, and other subscribers. So, everything looks good here still, but it is getting a little stretched. Exelon, this has been just a beautiful chart from the beginning. This is a descending triangle with a descending resistance line and a flat support line. So we got the breakout, started to retest. I purchased that. It went down a little lower, didn't break our stop. And we got this thing took off. We got raised my stop a little bit, and now I got my stop up here at 42. This pattern, if you measure the base of the triangle and you project that upwards, you get 51, and we're at 44. So like China, this is a one, if you're not in it, you don't want to load up on it. But again, what do? We sell on up days. And so today, Exelon is up 0.75%. So still looks good. If you wanted to add to your position, you could with a $42 price projection, $42 stop, but I'd wait for a down day. I would not be adding on green. Treasuries, the 10-year Treasury ETF, IEF. Well, you know what? Like, this hasn't done anything now in 3 or 4 weeks, but that's okay. It hasn't gone down. It's getting ready to pay a dividend in a few days. And, since we purchased it, it's up when other things are down. And that's what diversification is all about. Based on this inverse head and shoulders pattern, we're projecting 103. So I got my stop down at 92, and we'll see what happens there. But everything looks fine here. Silver on a tear today, up 2.5%. Um, Raised my stop from 28 to 29.5. You had a chance to buy on these down days. What do I do on red? I'm buying, I'm buying, I'm buying on up days, on white candles. I'm selling, 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 selling. Then I'm buying all those back. So what am I doing today? I'm selling. I'm a seller. I want to show you the bigger pattern and why silver is such a uh, has such big potential. This is going back to 2009, a big triangle here, big symmetrical triangle, A, B, C, D, E. It has all the touches. We had an inverse head and shoulders here that got me involved early. And now you can see the price projection is 64. You know, nothing goes in a straight line. I'm very nervous about silver and gold. There is so much bullish enthusiasm. I've seen this before. I saw this back in 2010, and I'm seeing it again. I turn on my YouTube, and all I see are, and I'm not on one subject, just investments. I have all different things I look at on YouTube, but I got like six of the first 10 things are on gold and silver, how they're going to go up to the moon. So I think we need a shakeout here to shake some people out. So I would be selling into strength something, and that's where we're at on silver. Platinum, this is starting to perk up. So this has been, when I purchased it back here, I said that, this is in a big consolidation. Look at how this is just the bulls and the bears are fighting on platinum. And this is a huge pattern, 3.5 years. So it hasn't broken out yet. So we don't have a bullish price projection or any of that. But we are getting higher lows and higher highs. And so we've had a good week. An okay week. It's not down. And we're starting to see a little more volume and things coming into this. So maybe this will be the next big thing that everybody talks about. As you know, copper was one of my early bullish signals, and I'm currently have a hold on it because of how extended it is. And while I think there's a ton of more upside, I think we'll get a pullback. We're getting a big pullback in copper today. I think it's down 2.5%. So thank you for watching Chart Built Wealth, Profitable Investing with Technical Analysis. Please like and subscribe. Tell your friends and neighbors. Think again that the suggestions have been solid. Have a great day. Good trading to you. Wanted to get this out to you before the close. Have a great day.